like walking billboards. You know, we with the Indians, or we got something on that are, you know, is trying to proclaim some kind of message. Have you got milk? Whatever. We're all trying to say something through our clothing. And check this out. If he or she has on very tight clothing, very revealing clothing, that's saying something. If you have on dirty clothes, that says something. If you have on modern clothes, just modern, you're up with the fashion, that says everything that you wear makes a statement. Well, the first statement that our clothing should make is that our clothing is a covering for us. It covers our nakedness. And here God comes down in the book of Genesis, and he covers the nakedness of man. Once man sins, the first thing he does is he provides garments for him, because prior to man's sin, man was covered with the glory of God. Hey, he was naked, but he didn't know it. He was naked, but his nakedness was beautiful. He was naked, but his nakedness was a praise unto the Lord. When he looked at his naked wife, I'm trying to preach now, he didn't see nothing but the glory of God. And when she looked at her husband, she didn't see nothing but the glory of God. But some kind of way, the fall of man made our nakedness nasty. It made it sinful. It brought a negative connotation to it. It brought shame and embarrassment. And the first reaction that Adam and Eve had was they went and hid themselves because they were ashamed, because they knew they were naked. And the truth of the matter was they had lost the glory of God. Peace to the family, man. I just love teaching the word of God. Yeah, they had lost the glory of God, and so God's first step towards regaining their glory was in covering their nakedness. It's as if the glory of God could not shine forth from them because they were so focused on the negative aspect of what they have and who they were. Remember that the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, it was not all evil, it was some good there. And the enemy, he lies to the woman, but because it had an element of good and evil, she was intrigued by the good and evil. And sometimes we are drawn to things that are evil because they have an element of good in it. Medicinal use, that just because it's got a little good in it, we're drawn towards something that's got an element of it's evil, but it's got an element of good in it. But notice what God's instructions were to Adam and Eve. He says, stay away from the tree. Leave it alone. The little good that's in it, it's not worth going